Welcome back to another episode of Shift Happens. Today we'll be talking about Are You Pleased? I am your morning snack, your noonday nibble, and your evening unwind. With a mic and a mission from the womb to the world, we make the shift. It's more than a podcast, it's a divine gift. Welcome, mighty shifters, to Shift Happens with me, your host, Corrina Jackson. I am your bougie, confident boss lady, bringing you real talk and real impact. Now, today I have one simple but powerful question for you. Are you pleased? I'm not talking about just having a good day or checking in on one thing off the list. I mean, deep in your heart, in your relationship, in your health, in your purpose, are you pleased? And before I dig into this a little bit deeper, I must admit that I had to ask myself the question, are you pleased? Because as I started to put these podcasts together, I started kind of just wondering, will people actually listen to these podcasts? Will they be interested enough to keep continuing to find something on the list or find a particular episode of the podcast that they will listen to all the way? And I'm just going to be honest with you. I could not stop. I mean, I wanted to. I wanted to say, that's it. I don't think that people will listen. And I wanted to put it down. And I could not stop. Something in me kept saying, keep going. And that's why I'm still pushing on. I'm still pushing forward to put these podcasts together. For you. Not just for you, though. For me as well. And not just for me, but I also put this content together for the client base that we serve as Shift, which is supporting healthy initiatives for Tulsa. The clients that we serve, I put it together for them to listen as well. And so this is a little bit for everybody. So today we're going to be digging deep to find out what being truly pleased looks like. What is being truly pleased look like? Why is it hard to ask ourselves this question and how to shift towards more peace, joy, and purpose? Now, why we don't ask ourselves the question, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Mighty shifters, let's be real. We are professionals with checking on everyone else. Our kids, our coworkers, our friends, and family. But how often do we check on ourselves? You know why we don't? Because you already know why we don't. Because we're afraid that we might hear something that just may not be right with us. We keep ourselves busy because if we slow down, we might hear the truth. Something that we want to avoid and something that we've been avoiding. Maybe we're tired. Maybe we're lonely. Maybe we're not living the life that was truly meant for us or that we truly want. But here's the thing. Being pleased does not always mean having the perfect life. It means finding peace even when life isn't perfect. It's a heart posture, not a highlight reel. So, mighty shifters, I'm asking you again, are you pleased? What does please really mean? And I'm going to tell you because this is real talk and real impact. This is where we have the hard conversations. I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't give it to you straight. So I'm going to give it to you straight. Please doesn't mean that every bill is paid and every relationship is picture perfect. No, it doesn't. Please means alignment, your life lining up with your values, your faith, and your purpose. But too often we confuse being pleased with settling. I'm going to say that again because I love to repeat things. That's so that you can get it. Don't confuse it with settling. We confuse being pleased with settling. We say, well, this is just how it's going to be, and we stop dreaming. Let me break it down to you. Contentment says, I'm grateful and I'm still growing. Settling says, this is all I'll ever have, so I'll stop dreaming. Which one are you living, mighty shifters? Contentment or settling? Let me tell you, and I speak to myself on this one. Many times with putting goals in front of me, I tend to want to stray away from those goals. And I find myself settling. And let me tell you how. If the goal doesn't look like I'm going to meet it, I settle for what's in the middle. I settle for, okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to meet this goal, so I'll just settle for what I have. But I'm telling you, the go getter in me will not allow me to settle. Just like I was telling you at the beginning of this podcast, is that when I put this goal of putting these podcasts together, I was looking for that one thing when we did, roll out the samples and all of that. I was looking for that one, somebody to respond, somebody to say something. I was looking for other people to validate something that God had already validated for me. And so I will say that contentment won because I was contented with just the fact that I wanted to keep going. I was contented with that. And so I kept going. And that's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't let settling win. Contentment won. And I love it when contentment wins. So I'm asking you, which are you living, mighty shifters? Contentment or settling? Because there is a big difference, and I just explained it to you, something that I went through. But let's go on to the 4 life area check-ins. Let's do a quick self-check. Pause this podcast if you need to. Grab a pen or open your phone notes and rate these 4 areas of your life on a scale from 1 to 10. Let's talk about it. Number 1, health. Are you nourishing your body or just surviving? Are you nourishing your body or just surviving? Number 2, relationships. Are you surrounding or are you being surrounded by love and respect? Or do you feel drained and isolated? Are you feeling drained or isolated? Number 3, purpose. Does your daily work give you life or just wear you out? And let me say this. So many times I hear people say, if you're not doing what you love to do, then you need to quit your job and go find something that you like doing. And I'm not saying like quit your job today, but I'm telling you to maybe think about something maybe on in your future that you will, love to do. You only get one life. So I'm one of those ones that say it all the time. Get out of whatever you're hating to do because, time is valuable and it goes by quick. And so you don't want to spend the rest of your life doing something that you don't want to do. I'm loving what I do. I finally broke the chain for me. Finally broke into the things that I wanted to do, and I'm loving it. And let me tell you, it has not been easy because I'm coming off of a back surgery. And so getting back on my feet has been slow. And I've wondered, how am I going to make a living? What am I going to do? What am I going to do to keep myself going? And I'm doing it. So that's number 3, purpose. Does your daily work give you life or just wear you out? And then number 4, self-love. When you look in the mirror, are you proud of what you see and the way that you're treating yourself? Now, if anything scored below a 7, because remember, we're putting this on a scale from 1 to 10. If anything scored below a 7, mighty shifters, that is your signal. Something needs to shift. It needs to change. And this is not about guilt. No, it's not. This is about freedom. You can't fix what you won't face. You can't heal what you won't name. So write down one word that describes how you feel about each of those areas. One word, that's it. Just one word. And then circle the one area that needs the most right now. Now, how do you make the shift? And I'm so glad you're here for me to tell you about it. Because won't I tell you about it? You absolutely right, I'll tell you about it. And here it goes. Okay, Mighty Shifters, now what? You did your check-in, and maybe you realize your health needs attention. Maybe your relationship needs better boundaries, and maybe your purpose feels distant. So how do you shift? And I'm going to give you 4 powerful steps, and I want you to follow me carefully, if you will. Number 1, give yourself permission to pause. Stop running long enough to actually check in with yourself. It's okay to take a break and breathe. My staff has to tell me that all the time. Take a break, take care of yourself, because they know that if you run out of juice and power, you don't have to worry about taking a break. Your body is going to break down. It's going to give you the break that you need, whether you ask for it or not. Focus on one area at a time. You don't have to fix everything today. Oof. Now, let me say that again because I am talking to myself. You don't have to fix everything today. That is such a lesson that I've had to learn that, you can't fix it all in a day, Corrina. You've got to stop, and so that's kind of what I've started doing. Pick one small thing you can shift right now. And number 3, find your circle. You're not meant to shift alone. Surround yourself with encouragers and encouraging friends, mentors, faith leaders, or even your fellow mighty shifters right here, right here. And number 4, celebrate the small wins. Progress is still progress. Every baby step matters because gratitude fuels growth. Now, I'm moving into a segment of this podcast. It's my spiritual and emotional perspective. And let me say, because I mentioned God on a lot of my podcasts, does not mean that I don't want non-believers to pay attention to my podcast. I'm not one here to judge. Tap into whatever power or higher power you tap into. But for me, it is God. Let me say that. But I don't judge. One more thing, Mighty Shifter. Some of us need to ask another question. Is God pleased? Or whatever that higher power that you tap into, is it pleased? Sometimes the reason we aren't pleased is because we're living outside of our calling. Take a moment this week to pray, meditate, or just sit quietly and ask, Lord, God, Most Highest, whatever. Am I living in the way that pleases you and brings me peace? When you align with whatever and whoever you were created by and created to do, everything else shifts. Your health improves, your relationship changes, and your joy deepens. So, in my closing of this podcast, let me ask you one more time. Are you pleased? And if the answer is no, don't be discouraged. Be empowered. You have the power to shift. This week, I want you to choose one small thing to shift, one small change. Maybe it's drinking more water. I'm talking to myself. Maybe that phone call you need to make and you've been avoiding and don't want to do it. Maybe you need to change there. Or simply write down one dream you thought was too late to chase. And remember, this is a plug for supporting healthy initiatives for Tulsa. Shift happens. It exists because of people like you who care about healthier babies, healthier families, and stronger communities. So if this episode blessed you, visit shift-tulsa.org and check out our Give Butter donation campaign. Drop us a line, if you will. Every gift, big or small, helps us keep the mission alive. It helps us keep Shift Happen on the air for mighty shifters like you. Now, I just want to thank you for tuning in. I am Corrina Jackson. I am your bougie, confident boss lady. Serving it up slice by slice, talking about conversations that are hard to discuss. I'm giving you the meat of the matter. This has been Real Talk, Real Impact, and like I like to close every episode by saying, take care of yourself, and if you want to make the most of it, take care of each other. Bye for now.